Are you excited, Kelsey?
Yeah, it's a hiker.
Okay, put your hand underneath your tooth.
Daddy's the dentist.
Smile! Kelsey was always happy. She was always happy.
Oh, we got Disney.
Kelsey definitely, especially when she was little, she laughed all the time.
We had Landon 2 years later.
And then as a father and a mother, you start thinking about your child and what they're gonna grow up to be and who they're gonna grow into being.
When Kelsey was 4 is when we really start to see a difference in her.
Let's go from the top to the bottom.
Kelsey's preschool teacher told us that she wasn't learning like the other kids. She thought maybe she had a learning disability. So we had her evaluated through the school district and they agreed that it was a learning disability.
Great, what comes next?
Above others. What comes next?
You tell me.
We never thought that it would be the way it is. It wasn't even something that you were considering, you know? Didn't think it would happen.
It was Super Bowl Sunday. We were at a friend's house and Kelsey had just said her stomach hurt. She kind of felt warm, so we went home and I called the doctor and the doctor said do Motrin and then Tylenol. I pulled her in bed with me. Ammon was out of town. I could feel her moving and I remember putting my hand on her and going, it's okay, go back to sleep, thinking she was just moving around, and then she just kept moving and moving and moving. We called 911 and we rushed her to Henry Mayo, and that was her first seizure. She was 7 years old. They thought maybe Kelsey could have epilepsy. Our lives definitely have been flipped upside down and every which way. That was the start of all of this with Kelsey.
Kelsey? Kelsey?
Ammon, why are you crying? Is she breathing?
No. Nobody was saying anything definitive, and everything seemed kind of gray, and there was no real direction from anyone. Nobody grabbed us and said, hey, this is step 2.
Can I have the food in your mouth? Spit it out. Spit it out. We're gonna finish eating it.
Okay, well, that's enough.
Kelsey and the diagnosis of epilepsy, the different MRIs we've done, the EEGs, the different medications we've tried, Onvi, Keppra, Depakote. She's on melatonin to sleep now, cyproheptadine. We've seen every neurologist. You know, we went to Mayo Clinic, they did a spinal tap. They've checked her heart. We've done skin biopsies, the blood tests, the exome testing, the genetic testing. We've seen, you know, countless genetic doctors that can't figure Kelsey out. All the ophthalmologist, supposedly the ophthalmologist can tell within the eyes if it's something genetic. We've been everywhere to every doctor. We've listened to every recommendation of where to go. We've tried every option, and every single time they've all said they can't figure it out and they don't know what it is.
Kelsey's 3 main issues are that she has low intellectual functioning, a seizure disorder, and later we also discovered that she had brain atrophy as well.
Is she breathing? Okay, she's breathing. Okay. She's breathing, Mom.
Brain atrophy simply means that the volume of the brain is decreasing. We don't know what's causing it to shrink. If we knew how to stop that from happening, then we would have the answer to all of our questions. So in all likelihood, the seizures and the brain atrophy are related. Whatever is causing the atrophy is probably also responsible for the seizures. It's just we don't have that common cause identified yet. Kelsey's had a lot of testing done, and at this point she's had pretty much all of the tests that I can think of that might help to reveal either an answer or something that would help her treatment. Right now we just need to wait for medical science to catch up and make more advances so that we can see if it reveals anything for Kelsey.
We've only had one doctor actually somewhat describe to us what might happen, and that was with the signs of brain atrophy. She had just said that it's horrible and it's hard to watch.
When she first started having seizures and to now, there's a big difference.
Kelsey, 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 make Melly, Melly. Kelsey, 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 Kelsey.
Her happiness and her talking has been a lot harder, and her walking.
Kelsey and Landon always had a bond. They always were very comfortable around each other.
Me and my mom pray every night for Kelsey, and we ask for there to be a doctor and for her brain to be healed.
She's starting to decline, and it seems to be happening fairly quickly.
Kelsey, no, don't you?
There's been a huge drop in just her overall abilities as far as being able to walk, talk, socialize.
I never thought she'd get like how she is. I wasn't ready. I'm still not ready. I didn't expect it to ever be like that, so I think that's hard.
Because she is such a shell, I look at her and I see her responding to me, but just in her eyes, almost like seeing into her mind kind of thing, you know? And so that's how I treat my interactions with her, is if we are having a conversation. It just sucks. It sucks.
You know, it's hard because he's the dad and he wants to protect her, and they have a special bond anyways, you know.
With the website and the documentary, our hope is that somebody's gonna see it and it's gonna resonate with them, and they're gonna know something or someone that gets us going down a road for an answer. That would be amazing.